It is time for spring capsule wardrobe. Now, for some of you, you might be thinking this is a little bit late to be starting a spring capsule. A few things I want to bring to your attention is the fact that I live in New England, so our seasons are a little bit behind other people. Our summer, like true hot summer, does not really start until July. And our summer runs through kind of September. So our spring wasn't really spring. It was either you had winter or you had summer. So what would be our traditional start of spring wasn't really spring for us. We either had really freezing cold days that were still in the 30s, 40s at the most, and then we'd have a day or two that peaks through that would be a nicer day. But we have not had consistent spring weather as of yet until about last week, I want to say. It was right about the end of April. We really started getting more consistent spring weather, which is that weather that you don't feel like you need a coat. In the evening, you might need a sweatshirt, but you could wear leggings or shorts or pants or shorts or skirt. You can get away with a lot of different things. But with that being said, here in New England as well, it tends to be layers that you will need. Now, I did do a whole video just about my transition basic outfit formula that I use when I'm putting together an outfit and the weather is probably starting out a little cooler, goes warmer through the day, and then cooler in through that end of the day, the dusk, the sun going down type of time frame. I found this winter, if you follow me over on Instagram, I really got into a bit of a rut, I would say, as far as getting dressed up. This winter, hardly got dressed up unless we were going out to dinner. For the most part, it was like I've been on this whole journey where I've been in a rut now that I've hit my 50s of really trying to get myself more active, but the rut being the fact that I am really just stuck at the weight that I'm currently been at. Usually I can fluctuate in and out and kind of, if I'm eating good, I lose and then kind of pick back up. But I struggled a lot this winter of really just, since last year, I dedicated a full year to really making sure I worked out 5 days a week. And I would say in September, I started walking consistently. But I did that through the winter as well. So most days I would get up, I would throw on leggings and a t-shirt or a workout tank top and a sweatshirt of some sort. And so I would work out and then I would walk on the treadmill when it was cold out. And now that it's getting nicer out, I'm walking outside at least twice a day. And with that, I wasn't really feeling motivated to get changed into anything. There was no reason. I wasn't going anywhere. So I really kind of fell off the whole wagon of getting ready. And also during the winter this year, the boys, Marty and MJ, skied every weekend. So on weekends, until we were going to dinner at night, there really wasn't any reason as well during the day. I was just enjoying the time to myself in my home, catching up on my reality TV, movies, anything that was in my wheelhouse of what I felt like watching and just reading or relaxing with. So I'm trying this spring to kind of, embrace all of this and get back into this. If you have seen, I have been doing capsule wardrobes, I would say a little bit longer than last fall, but officially doing them here on my channel. I did a fall capsule wardrobe. And then I did a winter capsule wardrobe, and now I'm kind of starting into that spring one. Now, what that is for me and how I've changed that, as I am in my 50s now, and as I got through my late 40s, I am realizing more and more often that I really would rather find those things that I love, that make me feel good, that I feel good wearing, and I don't have to think about. I don't want to be chasing the trends as much. They just feel like they're items that when I'm chasing those trends, I buy something, I wear it for the season, maybe two if we're lucky that it's in style, and then I'm trying to either sell it, donate it, or get rid of it in some way, shape, or form. And I'm finding now as I'm getting older, I would rather invest in really good quality pieces that will last me for years and years and years to come. Perfect example of that cashmere. I have invested over the last 4 years, I would say, in good quality cashmere. And with that, I can find that every year I can pull those pieces back out and use them over and over again. So I really am trying to, as opposed to buying new things every season as I try to do a new capsule, I try to make my capsule a good 80 to 90% of items that I already owned in my wardrobe. I started that in my winter capsule because my fall capsule, I had purchased a lot of items through the Nordstrom anniversary sale. And I am trying to now hone in on using what I already have. I had done a whole clean out series where I did jeans and I did tops and I did sweaters and shoes and bags and all of that. And with that, I really realized in doing that I don't really need to buy new items unless there is a hole or a place that I'm like, ooh, I wish I had whatever the item is. So what I do when I do these capsule wardrobes, I go through and I start generally with any bottom. So that would be pants, skirts, anything along that item, might be a dress. And then I go through and kind of do what would be considered outerwear, but for the spring, it's more like blazers and things like that than it is true outerwear that I had in the winter. Then I also go through and do all of my tops and things and accessories. Now, shoes in the spring are gonna get a little bit dicey through this. So for this, I kind of made the decision that I'm going to break down my capsule wardrobes a little bit more for you guys. And I think I want to take a little bit more time and really explain and go through my thought process with items, how these items, if you have something similar, may work for you. The first one is a top that I have had I got it during Nordstrom anniversary about 4 years ago. It is from Frame. It's either silk or satin. I think it is silk. It is silk, and it is a kind of ruffle sleeved shell top. It has beautiful details to it. I have more than got my wears out of it. I love the look of it. I feel great when I wear it. Now, I will say something that I am looking for, I have looked for years for this, is something similar, a top similar to this, maybe a cap sleeve, a little sleeve, a sleeveless item that is in a true white, not a off-white, not an ivory, not a cream, a true white. So if you have any suggestions of brands that have a true white, I would love to hear about it. So that is definitely one hole of my wardrobe that I am looking for. In the meantime, something that filled that hole that I had purchased last year, I think from Madewell, this is from Madewell. It is a button-down shirt, which I love a good button-down, but it is more of a kind of cap sleeve a little bit, but it is a cropped one. Now, if you are over 50 like me and you see a crop top and you're like, no, that is not for me, trust me, here is something that I have learned as I have started to realize my belly's, not going down like it used to. It's not as thin as it used to. I have a little bit of that pooch there. And when I put on jeans, generally, I would try to maybe tuck a blouse in or find a way to kind of make it so that it slims me at the waist. Something like this that is shorter actually does that without adding extra bulk at your waist. There is no material to tuck in. It gives that same layover effect that a true longer blouse would give, but in the cropped version. Now, am I saying go out and buy every top in a crop top? No, but the right item can really work. I will see if I can find something similar to this online that you may be able to buy now. As you had heard me talking about that frame top that I had talked about in the beginning, I do tend to gravitate towards some sort of graphic tee or basic tee under a blazer. It's part of just what my comfort zone is. But I also like the idea of just stepping it up a notch with something like that. But in the meantime, we have my basics that I always have. I always have a Sassy Queen graphic tee of some sort, as I mentioned, and I have one today. White tees, some of my favorite. The Gap modern tee is my favorite. I also have that Gap one in a gray. I have a great just striped top. This one has a little bit of a puff sleeve for a tee. I don't know where I got that one, but I will try and find a similar version. This one It's not a brand that I recognize, so I'm not sure where I got that. And then just a black basic tee as well. The black one is from J. Crew, the girlfriend tee. I do like that brand for tees as well. I will say, when I originally pulled everything for my spring capsule, one of the items that I had picked was long sleeve t-shirts, and I put white, gray, and black in here. And I'll be honest, I don't think I grab for them that often. However, the one that I will keep in here is just a puff sleeve. You can see that sleeve detail there, white tee, because I like a little bit of that detail. And if it's cooler at night, I can just have the sleeve pop out through the bottom of a blazer, and it's very cute. And the detailing on the sleeve is just great. I have my basic white button down from Rails. You can do one that has a fun detail on it, or just a basic white one. This one is a super soft material, which I love. The only downside is the collar. I really need this one. I have to iron, but it definitely is a little bit more floppy than I would like. And then I also have just a J. Crew chambray shirt. It's always a great option for layering. I recently picked up, so if you have followed along since my fall capsule, I love, love, love this cropped cardigan from Quince. This one was just from the dry cleaner in a light heather gray. I have worn this so many times, I can't even tell you. It's a great material. It's not too heavy, it's not too light, and it really just is amazing. And I recently got it in a off-white cream color. I absolutely love this. As you can see, it's a very lightweight material. Again, this is a cropped version. It's not a super cropped version, but it's great when you're wearing it because it doesn't have too much material to go over the front of your jeans or whatever you may have. I also have two V-neck sweaters. This one will be for more your cooler evenings, things like that. It's a little bit heavier. It is from Treasure and Bond. And then I also have an old one. I've had this for so many years. It's a thinner sweater, almost like a long sleeve t-shirt material. I love, love, love in the evenings a great crew neck sweater in through spring and in the summertime. Summers on the Cape can be a little cool at night. So I did recently pick up the Quince version of the Cashmere Fisherman crew neck sweater. I love this heathered gray color. I do have just my basic cashmere gray, always a great classic. That for me is the equivalent of a white tee in through the other months. My Pura white fisherman crew neck as well. This one is not in cashmere. I will say those will probably start to kind of find their way out a little bit as we get in through the warmer days and the warmer months, but we do still have those evenings here where that is a great item. The last three items in the tops I'm going to show you guys are, I have two different cashmere hoodie sweatshirts. I recently found these last year and love them. This one is from Nordstrom. This one is from Quince. Very, very, very similar, different in price by about $150, but very similar as far as the actual quality, feel, and look of it. And then I do have just a classic hoodie sweatshirt that I love to have one in my arsenal at all times for those cooler evenings, or if we have a random cooler day, it's just an easy layer to throw on. So accessories. Accessories get a little tricky for me in the spring, because I feel like I don't want to carry as heavy of a bag. I also don't want to carry something that is very dark in color. I've had my eye on since last year a Prada crossbody bag that reminds me of the Kurt Geiger I have in black, and I'm seriously considering pulling the trigger this year for spring. However, what I currently have and will be using in the spring with the outfits that I'm doing are the following items. I have the Pochette Matisse in the reverse monogram. So it has the two different tones to it on the sides, the back, and over the top. The strap is on the inside currently, but I can wear this as a crossbody bag or simply carry it like this, which is very easy. I have had this, I want to say, for about 4 to 5 years now, and it is one I grab for every year in the spring and the fall. Next up is my Chanel wallet on a chain. I do still grab this one, even though it is darker in color, in through these months, because I like the fact that it is smaller and lightweight and very easy to just take with me if we're going out to grab a bite to eat. It doesn't hold a whole lot, but it is perfect. You can use it as a shoulder bag, a crossbody, or just a clutch. The last bag in my spring capsule is going to be this bag that I got last year from Coach. It is a handled bag that also has a thin crossbody strap that I currently have tucked into the bag. It is slightly cream colored, almost white color, but not quite. Gold details, very easy to carry. Again, can be used as a crossbody or simply held in your hand. And it's a great option to just kind of grab and go, and it still looks nice, it looks dressy. I can clip the crossbody strap completely off and put it inside if I choose to just use the handle as well. As far as hats, I use a lot of baseball hats in at this time of year because I'll throw the top down on the Jeep and just kind of want to keep my hair back. I have two black favorites, one with writing, one without. They are just basic, they are easy, they go with pretty much everything. Then I also have my Madewell belt with just my gold buckle detail in a kind of cognac color. This is a great colorway option to kind of soften the look a little bit rather than just a black belt. Now, shoes are where it gets a little bit dicey for me in through the spring because I love ballet flats, but I love a pop of color in through the spring, so I'm gonna be adding in a little bit more than I typically would. That being said, also my heels, I love a pop of color, so I'm gonna show you a few capsule wardrobe for spring shoes is not going to be as condensed as I typically am. The first pair I'm going to talk about is this pair here. They are silver, which is all the rage for the spring. I can never remember the name of this brand. LaFleur, New York. They are made in Italy. They are stunning. They are super soft, very, very well made. They do have a slight heel to them that you can see here. Nothing crazy. It's just a little bit of a lip, but they are just absolutely so stunning. They really can pull an outfit together just by adding this little pop of something. Next up are my Rothy's in my hot pink color. I love these. These are so soft, guys. These are like a sweater. You can throw them in the laundry. The liner comes out. You can wash that. It has the cutest underneath. They are just ridiculously comfortable. I absolutely love these. I wear them all the time. I love the pop of color, even with something like this yellow on, this pink to contrast it because I have a little bit of pink in my shirt would just be so cute on. I just can't say enough good things. I have two pairs of Rothy's, and I will say if I could only buy one, I would stick with the hot pink. I also have a pair of Chanel espadrilles. These are an item that I will say is a little bit more difficult to style, I would say, than a typical ballet flat. And I am going to show you one more pair in just a moment, but they just are beautiful. They are well made. I love the colorway that I got in these. However, I like them with a long pant. I don't particularly love them with a short or something like that. They are more specific. I do like them with jeans, but not as much of an ankle jean. They are definitely something that is a splurge, but it is something that I will have forever in my closet. I don't typically wear as much black in through the spring. However, when we were in Las Vegas, I did get a pair of Chanel ballet flats with the bow at the top and the cap toe in the black leather, the quilted version. They are just absolutely beautiful. Again, they can really pull an outfit together if you aren't ready to wear a heel. They're very comfortable, very well made. Definitely, again, a splurge item. But as I said, I am focusing more now on finding those items that I will have for years to come. Now, most of these items as well, there are so many dupes for these types of things out there. So that is definitely something, if you are interested in some of these higher end items, there's always usually some sort of designer dupe out there as well. As far as heels, as I mentioned, I love a good pump heel, whatever you want to call it, pointed toe heel at this time of year, with a pop of color, with an ankle jean, and one of my favorites, they don't make these anymore, but I've found similar ones, are from Mark Fisher, and they just have this beautiful heel to it, such a pop of color, pointed toe, so fun, and just every time I wear them, they get a compliment and someone says they are just so beautiful. And they really just scream spring to me. Also in the spring, a great pair of just pumps, a nude patent leather pump. This one is a slingback from Nine West. Super comfortable, great look, easy to throw on. Again, it elongates your leg. You want to find one that is similar to your color tone when you find a nude pump. My last pair of pumps that I'm gonna show you guys are so old. They are probably 18 to 20 years old. They are from the first year where I lived that Aldo opened a store. Do you guys remember Aldo? But these have held up so well. I'm always worried something's gonna happen to them, but they are stunning. They are pleated material with these flowers to them. They are comfortable. I just cannot, I love them. I just love them so, so, so much. I have found a lot of similar ones now since I have been looking. I wore these recently and a lot of people had questions on these. They just, even though they are black, they just are stunning on. I always get compliments on them. Winding down shoes, the last couple ones. So my Golden Goose start coming back out and I wear them more often because of the lighter color of them at this time of year. My Dunks that are my black ones are a little bit dark. I still wear them here or there, but not as consistently. I need to look into a lighter colored pair of those because I do really love them. I have a pair of the Air Jordans in a lighter color, but they just don't have the same feel as those Dunks. So I might look into that in a lighter color. I'm considering that, but these are one that I pull back out at this time of year. And then if I want something more on the chunky side, similar to that Nike Dunk or the Gucci sneakers or something like that, I do also have the P448s, which are a little bit chunkier of a sneaker, has a little bit more of a weighted look to it, but it's a little bit bigger too. So it just really is a great casual sneaker that doesn't have a whole lot of anything that stands out to it. So it's very easy to work it into an outfit. So I'm going to start out with a pair of jeans that I got my first pair last year. I think, gosh, I don't remember when I got it. I want to say it was in the spring, but I may be wrong. And if you guys remember the brand 7 for All Mankind, they used to be around, I want to say like my late 20s, early 30s. It was the first expensive pair of jeans I owned. Well, that company, I believe, broke up or split apart. And this is a part now that it is the name 7 spelled out and then the number 7. And this jean here is actually a jean, as you can see, that is rolled up and cuffed. I have it in a lighter distressed pair and a darker pair that I think has one distressing on it. Yeah, right here, one little distressing. And why I love these for spring. Spring for me here in New England needs to be transitional. I need to be able to wear it as the weather changes through the day. The weather here can start out cool in the morning, get hot in the afternoon, and cool again in the evening. So you need to be able to pivot with that. The reason I love these is you can actually unroll these jeans and wear them as a straight leg, a slim straight leg, not a true straight leg, a slim straight leg jean with whatever shoes you're wearing, and then you can cuff it back up if it gets warm in the middle of the day. It is absolutely great. They do run a little large. I size down to an 8 in these, but I absolutely love them. Next up is a pair of jeans from Mother. I bought these last year during the anniversary sale. This was my first pair of Mother denim. This is called the Dazzler Ripped Denim. I don't think they have this exact pair anymore, but they do have versions of this. It is so comfortable and so flattering on. I love them. Then, as you guys may or may not know, if you have followed me for any period of time, my Gap jeans, this one pair, it's like a vintage wash well. The name was crazy. I never remember it, but it is a slim straight leg jean. Now, traditionally the length of this jean in the regular length is more of a cropped jean on me. And at this time of year, and I will say in the fall, I wore the traditional regular length. And in the winter, I had the tall version. I purchased it in a tall version, so it actually went all the way down to my ankle. That being said, I do have it in both the traditional length and the tall length here. I do use both in through this time of year because some days I need a shorter jean, and I personally love a more cropped or ankle jean with a heel. And then I also sometimes want that longer length, maybe with a sneaker. Then I have a darker pair of jeans, the AG jean, and this is the Prima ankle cigarette leg. This again is a more ankle length jean, which I love in through the spring, but it is a darker one, not as much distressing to it, just more of a classic jean look. I always keep one pair of skinny jeans in my capsule wardrobe. You never know. I will say I think I only wore them once during the winter. I don't tend to have a pair in the summertime. No, I take that back. I do sometimes have one pair, but I don't grab for them as often. The Gap is more my style now. I did keep the Abercrombie 90s straight leg jean with the side slit flare down at the bottom because I do love this with a heel as well at this time of year. I don't need the booties and things, and a heel really looks just beautiful under that. I also kept my Good American flare leg distressed jeans. These are a distressed jean, but also has the flare leg. I don't know, something about a flare jean and a tee and a blazer just gives such a look for me that I just absolutely love at this time of year. Again, I love those with just a true pump or heel. I do have joggers start making their way back in for me for spring. This is my favorite brand. It's called Bella Doll. I have 3 pairs. I have white, black, and green. No, white blue. It's like an acid wash blue, almost like a jean. This is the dark green pair. I love these. They are so comfortable. They wash so well. They are a bit of a splurge, but so well worth it. The white ones I've had for years, and I bought them by accident originally, but I love them. They are not see-through and so comfortable. This is a pair of Paige. These are actually jeans that are also a kind of jogger-esque style. They are super comfortable. It's kind of like a bit of a washed black, so it's more of a gray. And then I have a pair of just more traditional joggers. These ones are from Norma Kamali, which is a bit pricier. The Zella version just has a tie at the waist, is very, very similar. Last item in my bottoms, I tend to be, at this time of year, very much a jeans and sometimes jogger kind of girl. I also threw in, I love this. It's a sweatshirt or sweater style of skirt. It does have a slit in the back. I love it with a t-shirt and jean jacket, a pair of sneakers. You can wear it with ballet flats. It is just so comfortable and just a great, great look. Moving on to outerwear. I will say that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and what I have on 5 blazers because I wear them that much at this time of year. So we're going to start off. I have a jean jacket. This is the same jean jacket you guys have seen forever. It is from Free People. I think it's called like Rumors or something. It is just perfect. The only thing I wish it had was an inside pocket. That's it. But I absolutely love this. Look at that. I have my lip gloss in the pocket. Oh, what's in this pocket? Oh, I've got a chapstick in this pocket. This is how often I wear this. I love the look of this. It's a great length. It works with so many different things. It is just by far, I probably have 5 jean jackets, and this is the one I always grab for. I do have this oversized jacket from 1822. I got this during the fall of last year. I really wanted kind of an army green utility jacket. I think it's a great layering piece. I do well in this color. I just really love this. Now, this dark green does tend to read a little bit more fall, but I just love it as a layering piece, so it will be staying in my spring capsule. Now, blazers. I have on this one right here. I love a pop of color in a blazer in the spring, so you're gonna see a lot of that. The Drop from Amazon makes the best blazers. This is a camel color blazer. I've had it for quite a few years. I have it in a size large. It is just great. It is super comfortable. I also have that in black. It's just great. I have this one is my favorite. I love this with these shoes that I talked about. I wore this recently with that frame top. I just love this. This one is from Halogen. It is made so well. It is just so nice. It is so comfortable. It has such a great tailored look to it. It is just beautiful. I do have this in here. So this is from BB Dakota, and it's a very long. I wear this more in the fall. Very long plaid blazer. I put it in here because I love the idea of a plaid blazer in through spring. And this one has pink and blue in it, but I don't love the length. So I don't know 100% how much use this will get, but I did put it in here and we will see how it goes. My all-time 100% favorite blazer, my Veronica Beard. This one I have the gray sweatshirt hoodie in it currently. This has the ability to zip in and out these different, they're called Dickies inside. I have probably 4 or 5 of them. It just makes for such a great layered look. This is a splurge. However, I have had it for so many years and I wear it consistently. I just absolutely love this and cannot say enough good things about it. So well worth the investment. I do also want to say that I recently put an order in because I heard it is very similar to the Veronica Beard. I have heard that Quince, which you guys have heard me talk about as far as even my spring tops, I love their items, but I have heard that they have a scuba blazer with Dickies that is very, very similar to this. So if you would like to hear more about that, I'm gonna try and order one. I'm not gonna order the black. I think I wanna order a double-breasted navy blue one with gold details, and I'll have to look into the hoodies to decide on one, or a zip up or something to put inside one of the Dickies. But I'll have to take a look at their Dickies and see which one I would like for that. But I do want to get my hands on that. It's on back order to just compare it to this and see how that works out. I love, love, love this item, but if I can find something for less for you guys, I'd love to see that too. Then I have cardigan sweater. I love, if I am not going to wear a blazer, if I want a cardigan sweater, I want a duster cardigan. But in the spring, I don't want a heavy, like sweater coat feel. I just want a lightweight type cardigan. This is an old one. Nordstrom Equipment, it was called. It is a cashmere long duster. It is very lightweight. It is very soft. It is very easy to wear. It is absolutely beautiful when I wear it. There are so many options out there similar to this. Just a nice lightweight cardigan. I just love the look of that with anything you are wearing. The last item in my outerwear is a trench coat, a traditional trench coat. This is just one that I found and love. It is a double-breasted, but it sits open beautifully. You can wear it so many different ways. It does have a tie that I have tied in the back and just looped around. It does not have a hood. That is the only thing I wish this trench coat had, was a hood. This one is great because it is super lightweight. You don't want a heavy weighted one. I think my Michael Kors one I have that has the leather trimming to it that I wore in the fall and winter is definitely a heavier one. This is very lightweight and perfect for layering in through the spring. So those are all of the items in my spring capsule wardrobe. If there are any specific things that you would like to see me style, I would love to hear about that, so I can try and possibly do a video on that for you guys. As I mentioned, I was in a bit of a slump, still in a little bit of a slump as far as my style, because my everyday thing, I have been focusing now that I'm 50 so much on getting my workouts in during the week and making sure I do at least 2 2-mile walks a day, which is great for my health, not so great for my fashion. Because I end up in some sort of leggings or shorts and t-shirt or tank top, which doesn't do great for style. And by the time I get my second walk in, it's not worth getting changed and putting together a full outfit. I'm sure all of you can relate, right? Nowadays, we work at home. We're not wearing full outfits as often, but when I do get ready to go out, the capsule wardrobe system has made it so much easier for me. I can pick and go and be ready to go right away. I will also say, as far as my bottoms and outerwear, with exception of the possibility of a plaid blazer that is more of a lightweight looking one, I really do not feel the need or a hole in my wardrobe for anything as far as this part. I have been looking into some sort of tweed, but I don't know if that would be better for fall than it would be in for spring. So we'll have to see about that. That is one of the items that I've kind of been keeping an eye open for. I will link what I can down below, along with if there are items that maybe are no longer sold, I will try and find something similar to that as well if you are interested. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and have a great weekend.